Hello folks, it's me RJB from RJB TV, and there's one question I want to ask you today is, can Byul digest the cookie? Because he's going to be playing against Cookie, a player we've seen on the channel before, and in the few videos he's appeared on the channel before that sentence makes no sense, he played a pretty damn good game. So I think that Byul is up for a pretty difficult challenge right here. I think Byul is up for a pretty difficult challenge right here. He's up against Cookie. And Cookie is a Protoss player today. Gonna make it red versus blue. He's here on the red Protoss and Byul is here on the blue Terran. I think this is gonna be a really, really fun game. Actually, Cookie has only appeared in one single video so far, and that was against Gunsan. And Cookie against Gunsan was a really amazing set of games where Cookie honestly stole the show quite convincingly over Gunsan. And Gunsan played an amazing game himself, but Cookie just absolutely outshined him in almost every single way. So what is Cookie gonna do here to crumble? Or to prevent getting crumbled? I think that's the correct way of saying it. What is Cookie gonna do to prevent getting crumbled by Byul on the name ABC on the Terran? So something I want to just say about Byul is that he seems to be planning on returning to professional play, because he is playing an extreme amount of normal maps on the ladder, the ranked ladder. So I think he is kind of moving away from fastest map, as he hasn't really played 1 vs 1 on the fastest map over the past few weeks of the date that I'm making this video. A few weeks before this video, he hasn't really played a lot of 1 vs 1 on fastest map. This game itself is from, I believe, somewhere around March. So this is from a couple months ago. And the same for Burger Sasu. Burger Sasu seems to not be playing a lot of 1 vs 1 anymore, as he hasn't really played 1 vs 1 over the past almost 2 weeks. And that's saddening me quite a bit, because it means that in the future we will likely be seeing a lot less replays that are being played in the same week, or maybe the same day, or the same month that the video itself is being made in. So we're likely going to have to be going to a lot of slightly older replays. And I do have a lot of replays. I've got thousands, almost tens of thousands of 1 vs 1 replays on fastest map. So it's not like we're going to run out. But we might be seeing more older replays instead of newer replays. And that's something that does sadden me quite a bit, because I want to really bring the latest games onto the channel, because that's just more exciting. If games are more recent, it's always more exciting than older stuff. But we might not have a choice, and as I said before, that saddens me. So we have Cookie going for triple Gateway Dragoon Bull order, and Byul finds him, but he finds him a little bit late, and he does have an academy on the way and a factory on the way, but he has no bunker in the front, so he might be a little bit behind on schedule here against Cookie. But Byul knows his limits. He knows that before Dragoon range comes up, my Marines can probably fight back against those Dragoons quite a little bit. Can keep them away for a little while until there's 6 Dragoons with range knocking on my front door. So until then, Byul is going to do his best to keep those Dragoons away from hurting him. He's going to buy some time, and he's doing a pretty good job buying some time. Every single time Cookie draws forward with the Dragoons, Byul is there to push him back. But Dragoon range is almost finished up. It's only like, I'd say 10 seconds away from being finished, maybe even less. And that is when these Dragoons are gonna become a problem, because we have Academy finishing up just now, and range for Marines is only starting just now. So the Dragoons will have about 30 seconds or so of free firing time on those bunkers, which is going to drain Byul's economy a slight little bit. There's a lot of SUVs in the front, which is already hurting his economy. He's gonna have to repair the bunkers, which will hurt his economy even more as money is go. Oh, he loses a bunker. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. Well, things are escalating negatively. We have a robotics on the way. They're back at home for our boy Cookie. Let me show it real quick. Robotics, they're on the way back at home. He's going to go for Reavers after the Dragoons. The Dragoons are doing a pretty good job of putting pressure here on the front door. Range is almost finished up there. Tank is on the way. He has no siege mode yet. He forgot siege mode. I think he forgot to get siege mode, and that might hurt him. Although Cookie discontinues his aggression and pulls back a little bit. Got a Citadel of Dune on the way as well, and 2 more Nexuses being thrown in to really beefen up that economy. So he's content with what he has achieved so far, which is not a lot. He killed a supply depot and a bunker and some marines. But what matters more is he put a lot of pressure onto Byul and threw a wrench into Byul's build order plans. But Byul has managed to prevent any significant damage from happening. So Byul has got going for him at the moment is that he has a command center finished up, whereas Cookie also finished his Nexuses right about the same time that Byul finished his command center. So actually, Cookie is in a really good position here. Cookie is in a really good position to get a bigger economy than Byul going. And he's getting vision everywhere on the map. And this is starting to look a little bit familiar to me. A little bit familiar to me. Like, I haven't casted this before because I cannot find the name Cookie on my channel. Except for one single game, so I haven't cast this before, or so I believe. But this looks a little bit familiar to me. A lot of vision on the map there from Cookie. And Byul sitting in a corner here, waiting for his opponent to fly in with a drop. Because that is at the moment the only option Cookie has, is fly in with a shuttle drop. The one downside with this Dragoon build order is that your shuttle is slow. Your Reaver is a bit slow. So there's more time for the Terran to prepare themselves for the incoming shuttle attacks. But Byul really lowballed his barrack production in the early game. So he has very few Marines. Very few Marines. Now he's getting 2 more barracks, so he will have more Marines as the game continues on. And he's got a level 1 attack as well. So he will probably have just enough Marines spread around his base to intercept the shuttles without too much problem. We got Stargates going up there from Cookie as well. Wait, that's gateways. That's gateways. Pulling gateways on the top. Interesting. I thought usually people build their Stargates here. He's pulling gateways there. Which also means that... Okay, this is Stargate. But it means that he will be slightly delayed with the Corsair escort to get those shuttles into Byul's base. But first, he checks across the high ground, sees the turret there behind the hill. Like, you can put the shuttle on the high ground and see beyond the high ground, and you saw the turret there, so we turned around back home and decided against going in because the shuttle would go down. It has no speed. It has no armor or shield upgrades either. It would simply die without really achieving anything, and even if it went in and managed to unload a Reaver, Marines and tanks are there to kill it. So Byul goes for 6 barracks in total, 2 engineering base, and 2 engineering base probably means he's going to go for level 2 attack, level 1 armor, maybe even level 3 attack, and level 2 armor later on into the game. Not a lot of players get their Marine upgrades beyond level 1 attack, but it's really helpful. Specifically when you're playing a Marine anti-shuttle defense, having upgrades on your Marines kills the shuttles much faster. Which is also why we see the armor upgrade coming up there from Cookie to get the armor level 1 on the shuttles to make them a little bit harder to kill. He's got 2 forges there on the bottom, getting a 3rd one for shields, he's getting level 1 attack, level 1 armor, and the shuttles are leaving the base, and they're going to fly in over the top side, where we have an engineering bay on the high ground, a nice line of turrets, so this is going to be difficult to break through, but he's going to try anyway. I think he's going to maybe unload on the top corner and just draw enemy units in to hopefully try and kill some units and open up a pathway for another drop. So he goes in, unloads on the top corner, that's some pretty strong Reavers, but the tanks are split up pretty well, pretty evenly. Marines coming in, Marines get taken down quite easily. This looks very familiar, very, very familiar. There he goes, gets a good shot out there on the tank. Tanks go down, Marines come up from the bottom to the top, and they will take this down, but lost a couple tanks, some Marines and some turrets, but nothing significant was lost, no damage that cannot be repaired or rebuilt. It's largely just a macro game where both players are growing and growing, getting stronger and richer at about the same pace. We have 6 barracks there for Byul. He's got level 1 attack finished for the Marines, he's got level 2 attack, getting level 1 armor. Got 2 more factories coming up, he's got 3 already finished up, he's got getting double armory on the bottom. He's getting, I can't see what this is. Okay, he's getting double tank upgrade, so no air upgrades. He's probably not gonna go for a very heavy Wraith defense. At least not yet. Drop on the bottom, 2 Corsairs in the mix, so he's gonna go for a drop with Corsairs for the first time. Will this... Oh, Byul responds extremely quickly. Almost on the high ground, storming on the low ground. It's only the tank, but kills no Marines, which was the goal. He wanted to kill the Marines. Wait, he goes in with another drop. Oh, wait. He saved the drop, flies in. Templar unloads. Byul is not dodging the storm. He loses a massive amount of SCVs. He went down from like 75 down to 39. That was a very smart move from Cookie. He unloaded some High Templars, stormed on the low ground, and made Byul think there were no more Templars in there. So he kept a couple of Templars in the shuttle, changed direction, found a hole, used the hole, went into the hole, and unloaded into the hole to storm on those SCVs. And the SCVs got killed. So Byul is in some trouble. Byul is in trouble. Another drop there coming up over the exact same hole. He's just gonna fly in over the exact same hole over and over. Why fly in over those turrets when you can fly in over? Oh, massive triple storm. Like almost every single Marine that was here died. That was extremely good storming. That was a very good choice of storm use. I like that. I like it a lot. You kill a lot of Marines, and when you kill a lot of Marines, you do a lot of damage. The fewer Marines a Terran has, the harder it becomes to defend against shuttles flying in. He's got some cannons here on the side. He's building cannons in the middle. He is not yet going for... Oh, wait, no. He's building a carrier proxy baser on the top. Gavis are coming in as well. He has about 9 in the front, 5 in the back for a total of 13. Getting 3 more. Keeps on sending in shuttle drops as well. He's getting cannons all over the place. I really would have liked to see him go in with another drop right about now, but he is delaying that in favor of just building all over the map. And I also like that choice. But against Byul, I always feel like it's better to just keep up consistent pressure instead of building all over the place as fast as you can. But maybe Cookie has the privilege of building all over the place because he killed some SCVs. So that gives him some room to breathe, because the clock at that point is no longer ticking. When you kill SCVs, the race against the clock comes at a standstill, up until the point that the Terran has recovered their economy. And that is right about now. They got 68 SCVs, he got a couple more on the way, he's building more gas now as well, so he feels comfortable with his mineral income. Otherwise, you would not be adding additional gas on the top side. You only add additional gas when you're satisfied with the income on your minerals. Comes in there with the shuttles. That's a lot of cells. Unloading Templars on the scene. Templar gets sniped. 2 Templars. 3 Templars. He sniped 3 Templars, but there's a 4th one. There was a 4th one, but he sniped 3 different High Templars in a row. There was a 4th one. I didn't see the 4th, I did not see where the 4th one unloaded, but I did see that he killed a lot of SCVs there on the top. Went down from 68 down to 56. But he's recovering rapidly because he has 4 command centers. He's recovering rapidly. Now he's got the carriers on the way. Not sure if carriers are the best option here though, because as you can see, the front door is not that heavily fortified. He could break through this choke with a mass attack, but he decides against the mass attack, he's gonna go for carriers instead. He's at 97 probes. This game really looks very familiar to me. Really looks very familiar to me. Very familiar. But that's something that can happen. When you cast a lot of games, things can start to look familiar. So it comes with a drop, but shuttles are getting sniped out of the sky by raids. Storms on the raids. Storms on himself. Storms on himself. He just gave up the will to live and was like, it's over. It's over. And he just gave up on living. So he starts to push into the middle. We got the carriers are finishing up on the top. We got about 4 finished up, 6 more on the way for a total of 10. Getting more cannons, getting more shield batteries. Let's see what he's scanning on the map. Scans the side here, sees no shield batteries. Sees no shield batteries right here. So maybe he thinks that carriers are not happening. Maybe he thinks carriers are not happening. He does not exactly know that this exists. He hasn't scanned this and scouted this. He doesn't seem to know. Going to the middle of the map at rapid pace, rapid speeds. Goes in to kill the probes. As he kills the probes, he will probably discover this proxy base as well as... Oh, what's this? You're building cannons there. You're probably protecting something with those cannons. Zealots are coming in to kill the Marines, but the Marines are fighting back heroically, but they are not as strong as I thought they would be because we have level 222 there on the Zealots. Zealots are very strong. Marines 1-2, tanks are on 1-1. We have 2-2 there, almost finishing up, like right about now. Should be finishing up. There it is, 2-2 there on the tanks. The air is on 1-1-1. Also just finished up. He's lifting up his barracks to get more space for factories. Like he's splitting them up, get a vision on the map. More vision on the map means drops are easier to defend against. But the carriers are coming into the middle and they reveal themselves, and the party, the surprise is out of the box. The surprise is out of the box. And that's a lot of Stargates. He's also adding in a lot of Corsairs and Observers, because those are absolutely awesome against raids. The fight on the middle starts. It's not a big fight, it's just a small little pushback against those tanks. Just make sure that Byul does not have a presence on the middle anymore. Byul does not have a lot of anti-air. And Byul might start to regret lifting up all of his barracks because he could have been making a lot of ghosts with lockdown right now. And he still has 2 barracks in the back making ghosts. He's getting lockdown as well. So he's preparing for lockdown on the carriers. And the observers are in the back. Observers getting sniped. Carrier on the chase. Carrier gets... Ooh! Carrier's getting killed by the raids. Now the courses come in and there is one more observer on the scene. Gets sniped by the scan and the raids. Which now means that the carriers have to run. And there's nothing... He's trying to... Oh, he's killing the raids by hitting his own Corsairs. And he actually succeeded. You don't often see a player succeed doing a hitting yourself to hit the enemy trick. You don't often see it work, but he made it work. Raids are almost all dead and gone, but another round of raids has arrived on the scene to join the fight. Drop there. No, he's no longer making drops. That bothers me. So he goes in with the carriers into the enemy base. The raids are dead and gone. But there come the lockdown. There's one lockdown. Does he have more? He's still waiting for energy. So the carriers to go in, but there's only 5 carriers still flying inside the base. Maybe 4? It's 5. It's 5. And one of them that's locked down as well. So that was a questionable move by Cookie. And Cookie does have a lot of production here back at home. He's got to kill a couple of his probes, open up supply space. He has a Templar there, so he's probably gonna kill some of his probes at some point. Not too sure when. Double Arbiter Tribunal coming up there as well. More cannons. And Cookie is just getting everything. Everywhere. Almost all at once. He's also rebuilding shuttle drops to get those shuttles into the enemy base and hit the economy. And Byul's on the push. Byul is feeling frisky. He's feeling very frisky. We have way too many Corsairs here on the middle. Way too many of them. He was expecting more raids, and we did not get a lot of raids. So the Corsairs are doing a pretty good job of buying time here by taking Goliath shots. The carriers there have to make their escape. This one is gonna maybe get taken down. Oh, it almost revives. Almost dies, I mean. So yeah, there are only 4 carriers on the map. And a lot of Goliaths and tanks. The carriers don't stand a chance. This is not looking too pretty for him, but a drop comes in into Byul's base, and he loses almost every single SV on the minerals, and that was amazingly timed. Byul was distracted. I was distracted. He's using disruption webs to fight the Goliaths and the tanks. That's actually kind of cute. That's really cute. And it works. Like, I'm seeing Cookie do a lot of things that usually don't really work. So far, I am very impressed with how cohesive Cookie's playing is. It's very cohesive, well planned, well executed, well played. Also, he killed a bunch of his probes. He has 58 probes still alive. Should be enough, because carriers, interceptors don't cost a lot of minerals, just a lot of gas. Arbiter on the way, more carriers being produced and flown into the middle. He's got Dark Templars there waiting in his choke, ready to attack. He's on level 3 upgrades for the ground. And the air is on 332 level 2 attack is on the way. Whereas Byul has added on a lot more factories, he's added on new SCVs to minerals. He had enough of a bank to afford the... Man, this looks so familiar. Raids chasing the Corsairs. Corsairs are getting attacked there by the Raids. Raids have to make their escape though, because observers are helping the Corsairs stay alive. Okay, he's just gonna lose the Raids. Raids have gone down. Raids have gone down. And now Byul does not have a lot here back at home. Does not have a lot back at home. I'm starting to get a little bit worried here. A little bit worried here about Byul's fate, because this might not turn out too great. Forces there fighting against the Raids. Raids perhaps were not the right choice. Maybe he should have gone for Valkyries, but he could not afford Valkyries because the economy was still recovering from that hit from earlier. I think I cast this game before but didn't upload it. I'm really not too sure because this looks so extremely familiar. This looks extremely familiar to me. Extremely familiar. Obviously with more lockdowns, but the lockdowns are not really making much of a difference because he has nothing to kill the locked down carriers. He's waiting for more tanks and Goliaths to spawn. Raids are waiting in the back. They're all waiting in the back, waiting for the time to strike. We got more gateway units coming in, and he killed even more of his probes. He's now 39 probes. He's gambling on having a huge army against Byul's smaller army. And Byul is struggling for money because he was still recovering from losing so many SCVs. The tables flipped and turned really quickly, and now Cookie, after a successful drop, killing the enemy economy, is now overpowering Byul quite easily. And I really think I cast this game before, recently, so I'm wasting my time doing this. I really think I cast this before. This looks extremely familiar to me. Extremely familiar to me. Way too familiar. Raids dying. Arbiter arrives on the scene. Tanks are trying to fight back, but it's carriers. Your tanks cannot do anything. Marines are coming into the bottom there to help out with their stim to kill some interceptors. We got some Raids there waiting on the side. Waiting. They have to keep waiting on the side because they cannot join the party. And the carriers getting out of lockdown. They're going to end the base. End the game. There is a small chance that Byul can survive this. Very, very, very small little chance. It's unlikely though, because these carriers are just so damn cost efficient, killing everything they can with a blink of an eye. He has 60 more supply in army, which is a massive, massive lead over his opponent. More carriers are coming from across the map with level 3-3 upgrades. Carriers are almost level 3-3-3 as well themselves. Raids coming in. There's so many observers. He's got like 9 observers. The Raids just don't stand a chance. They have to kill 9 different observers before they can even start hitting the carriers. He's trying to micro, but not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Byul is gonna call GG. Cookie slays the beast. Fells the beast. Overpowers it. With, in my opinion, this Protoss is perhaps not a high frequency Protoss, but it is a very, very strong Protoss. Very strong Protoss. Very, very strong. That's it. Hope you enjoyed it. And I'm gonna say goodbye and check if I cast this before.